3. One, two, three.
Showed up to his house expecting just to replace a couple things. If you get in the basement, there's like a 2x2 pile of toilet paper and glue.
Yeah, the basement was almost starting to fly. And my chairman never told me anything. So I got an inspection in the unit Monday. So I was like, hey, you know what, let's just go, do a couple runs, change some fire, smoke around, whatever. Yeah, 7 hours later, we just left that. I don't even think about it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Griffs Georgetown Ice Arena in Hudsonville, Michigan for a special championship version of the Pass Shoot Score Network. The Caledonia Fighting Scots taking on the Byron Center Bulldogs in the final game of the second annual Ron Baum OK Conference Tournament. The Tier 1 bracket. This is the bracket championship. We'll get played in national anthem, and we'll come back for some live hockey. All right, so I don't know where you want to go.
All right, I'll probably just figure it out.
You figure it out. You can always go down here with the camera if you want. I was doing 1.8 for Zoom. Are you going to be comfortable on your knees? Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I do it a lot for goalie.
Oh, true. So I've got this into my laptop.
Okay.
This is beaming wireless Yeah, for network. So
Oh, okay.
I just gotta make sure. I just gotta watch this, make sure it stays live.
What is all that?
What?
Is that lineups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be the live scoring.
Okay.
Once it starts.
Welcome to the second annual Ron Long OK Conference Tournament. Today's matchup is between the visiting Fighting Scots of Caledonia and the Bulldogs of Byron Center. The OK Conference serves to promote character development through educational athletics. The OK Conference empowers our athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators to be for sportsmanship and fair play on the court and in our communities. We are excited to have our student athletes learning life lessons through educational athletics. Please do your part to create a positive environment for everyone to enjoy today's contest. Before we begin our game, I want to draw your attention to our officials for tonight's game. We are grateful to have a great crew with us. The opportunity to play this game is only made possible by their commitment to high school sports and our student athletes. We appreciate their efforts and they deserve our respect. Now, let's meet the starting players and coaches, beginning with the visitors from Caledonia. And forward, number 10, Ryland Bulldogs. And forward, number 11, Ty Lewandowski. On defense, number 12, Hampton Quigley. And forward, number 15, Ethan Sova. On defense, number 23, Gabe Zupak. And in goal, number 73, Sam Ho. The Scots are coached by Tyler Janicki and assisted by Dallas Haley, Greg Sober, and Connor Seymour. And now for the home team, Byron Center. On defense, number 5, Reed Lupker. On defense, number 9, Gordy Young. And forward, number 15, Nick Dulce. And forward, number 16, Luke Goheen. And forward, number 23, Dylan Kamiga. And in goal, number 1, Quinn Saul. The Bulldogs are coached by Jordan Stegger, assisted by Arian Sterrick, Will Ignatovich, and Luke Nicholas. Fans, please stand and remove your hats for the playing and singing of our national anthem. Veterans, the flag law gives you the opportunity to render the appropriate hand salute during the presentation of our country's colors. The OK Conference would be honored to have you do so. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran and the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Louder. Well, I will be loud. That's the problem. I'm afraid it might cut in your mic.
It's all right. No one sees your face.
All right.
We always love a good crowd, Mike. We always love a good crowd, Mike.
That's right. All right, we are ready to start. In goal for Byron Center, Quinn Saul. In goal for Caledonia, Sam Hogue, two of the top goaltenders in the state. Puck played into the Caledonia end. Supak wraps it around. Byron there on the far side wall. Chip it up into the air. Boltema nails it down and sends it length of the ice. Puck rolling on edge, and we'll get our first whistle for icing. Caledonia and Byron Center faced once this season. Their OK-Roo division matchup just a little over a week ago on Wednesday before the Trenton Showcase. Here at Georgetown, Byron Center coming away with a 3-1 victory there. Two pretty evenly matched teams, I'd say, this season. Bulldogs with possession, now sent length of the ice, and we'll get our second whistle. And icing call. Skate it down in front of Saul. Griffs Georgetown West Rink is where we're at. On the east side right now, on the east rink, the Granville Bulldogs taking on the Mona Shore Sailors in the third place game of the Tier 1 bracket. Face-off play behind the nets. Bulldogs near side. Aiden Eitel on defense. Chipped around him. Evan Moore on defense. Played up the wall and cleared the zone. Harmon Esch with a stick on it. Into the zone with it. Gordy Young battling for the Bulldogs. Puck played out of the zone. Evan Moore cross ice deep into the corner. Bulldogs with possession. Pass through mid-ice. Connects with Kaminga, the captain for the Bulldogs. Evan Moore behind his own goal line. Bulldogs with a change. Moore on the stick for Landon Moore. Not related. Landon Moore pushes the puck in the net. Loose! Mitchell with a shot. Saul with a big save early. Byron Center passes it up. They've got some numbers. Jake Martzke, the freshman, taking it wide into the corner. Martzke now around the net to the near side. Feeds it back into the corner. Goes loose away from Navidad. Played by Quigley. Evan Moore hard around the wall. McKendry for the Bulldogs with a stick on it, but it's chipped out to neutral zone. Bryce Mitchell tracks the loose puck, but he'll drop his stick. Gets it to Drew Nichols. Nichols with a shot. That's deflected up and out of play by the freshman Parker Lopshire for the Bulldogs. On the West Rink here, before this game, East Grand Rapids and Forest Hill Central played the championship game of the Tier 2 bracket. Forest Hill Central coming away with the win with a final of 2-1. Cal wins the draw, back to the point man. Quigley with a shot wide of Saul, loose near side. Supak tries to hold it in. Bulldogs play it to neutral zone, picked off by Boltema, put in deep. Saul touches it up behind the net. Plays it to the far wall, pressured by Quigley. Bulldogs keep possession. Pressured by Supak. Boltema with a stick on it. Sova gets it in the zone. Lewandowski trying to find it in the feet for the Scots. Sova with it, back to the wall for Boltema. Boltema's shot knocked down by Glupker, I think that was for the Bulldogs. Played it up the wall. Supak holds it in. Bouncing puck, back to the end line. Dolce picked up by Boltema, couldn't get a shot on it, and the Bulldogs send it back to mid-ice. Supak played it back in the Bulldog zone. Gordy Young behind Saul, carries it out. Pressured by Mikkelsen, gets around two. Gordy down low, in on Hogue, and he'll hold for a whistle. I'm gonna give It's been a while.
Yeah.
Face-off played around to the near side. Malin Mikkelsen chipped up the wall. Colden holds it in momentarily. Back to the back wall. Evan Moore cycles it to Eitel. Eitel with a stick on it, sends a pass cross ice, connects with Harmon Esch. Esch across the red line, through the air for Mikkelsen, a delayed offsides, as Cal will have to check up. Byron clears it to neutral zone. Esch after it. Byron sends a pass into the middle. Gets around Itel. The puck played deep. Evan Moore is there. Moore couldn't put it hard. Pass out in front. Loose. A shot wide. Byron with possession. Parker Lopshire feeds a pass top of the zone. That's going to leak out to neutral zone. Puck played back in the Caledonia zone. Icing's waved off. Moore's got to play it behind his zone, behind the goal line. Up the wall for Osborne. Osborne up for Nichols. Navidad for the Bulldogs takes possession, curls it back into the wall. Now played behind Saul, far side McKendry, defender for Byron. His pass knocked down by Nichols and driven in by Supak. Supak with Martsky in his pocket. Behind the net, Young with a hit. Martsky takes the loose puck, sends a pass, cross ice, picked off by Nichols. Drew Nichols had it taken off his stick, and the Bulldogs able to clear it to neutral zone. Luke Goheen with it. Goheen curls and now drives it down the middle. Cal with a risky change. Goheen with possession, shot wide of Hogue, all the way out to neutral zone. Bulldogs dump it in, delayed offsides. Gabe Supak, the junior defender, was time and now skates it out. Supak off the far wall, crosses the red line and puts it in deep. Bounces off the back wall, in after it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski centered a pass, taken away by Dolce for the Bulldogs. High off the glass, glove down by Moore at the point position. Wraps it on the wall for the near side. Lewandowski lets it go to Itel. Itel pressured by Kaminga. Now taken away by the Bulldogs. They go D to D. Now a pass through the middle, knocked down by Kaminga, but loose for Itel. He clears the zone. Puck played in deep. Evan Moore behind Hogue to the far corner. Gets it to Itel to the near side. Itel pass cross ice, chipped by Bultema. Icing is waved off. Bulldogs take possession to the far corner. Pass knocked down, bouncing puck behind the net. Esch there. Esch ties it up in the feet. Bulldogs get some help into the corner. Supak slides in, lays a hit, and Byron sends it length of the ice for the icing whistle. Feel free to put it where you're comfortable. If you want, like, it might be better to, or easier to sit, yeah. Or on the, or even, yeah. I don't know about that, but like maybe sit here, straddle it. Cal holds it in the zone, near side Mikkelsen. Tried to feed a pass in the middle, knocked down by Young. Played to Supak at the point position. Gorby plays it down low. Mikkelsen's pass goes all the way through. Bulldogs through the air to neutral zone, bouncing puck. Esch picks it up, Harmon Esch. A shot knocked down before it reaches Saul. Esch into the corner with it. Now goes back. Puck played on the back wall. Bulldogs with possession, pass near side. Puck's a little long. Nichols with a big hit. Lopshire for the Bulldogs takes possession. Lopshire, pass down low on the doorstep for Martsky and it goes through into the corner. Camden Quigley now with possession. Pass played by Landon Moore, cleared into the neutral zone. Byron dumps it in off of the netting, and we'll get a whistle. Bulldogs, McKendry, pass to Martsky in the middle. Now to Navidad. Navidad drives it in the near side forehand. Hogue stops it. Moore sends it near side for Itel. Itel, pass in the middle on the tape for Nichols, but he left it at the blue line. Byron takes it in off sides. On the other rink, the Bulldogs currently lead Mona Shores 3-0. That game in the second period. You can bring it down if you want to, if it makes sense. Moore off the wall to neutral zone. Bouncing puck played ahead by Bultema. Bultema shot off the skate into the corner. Lewandowski. Bulldogs there. Up the wall. Moore holds it with the skate. Moore feeds it into the corner. Bulldogs D-to-D behind the net, near side. Up the wall. Knocked down by Eitel. Aiden Eitel up the wall with it. Gets it to Sova. Sova's shot kicked by the Bulldogs. Loose in the neutral zone. Luke Goheen for the Bulldogs into the wall. Now it comes out to neutral zone. Bultema gets by Saul into the corner. Bulldogs put this through the air. Supak loves it down at the red line. Plays it back. Bultema played it deep. Mela Mikkelsen off the side of the net. Saul had to play it, and that's going to be sent deep by the Bulldogs. Ash gives chase. Icing's waved off. Ash trying to settle the puck off an edge. Now he carries it ahead. Ash crossed the red line, crossed the blue line, pushed into the wall. Ash centered it for Mikkelsen, a shot wide into the corner. Bulldogs pass near side, out of the reach, deep into the Caledonia zone. Supak after it. And we'll get a whistle for icing. Let me see really quick. If you could. .805 left in the first. Zeros our score. Quick whistle off the draw. We'll redo it. Chase Gorby on the face-off for Caledonia. Byron sends it around near side. High up the wall. Mikkelsen played it for Esch behind the net. Harmon Esch. Esch centers it, comes out high in the zone, and the Bulldogs carry it ahead. Navidad takes it wide. Navidad down low, now to the near side. Aiden Navidad, I think, still with it. McKendry from the point, bouncing puck into the wall. Eitel, now Mikkelsen after it. Navidad and Martsky for the Bulldogs. Puck high into the air, glove down by Esch. Harmon Esch chipped off the wall. He's driven in by Young, but Esch on his feet pushes the puck back into the corner. Centered it at the point position. Nichols couldn't get a good grip, and the Bulldogs able to clear it. This is McKendry, played by Supak. Supak crossed the red line, dumped in deep. Bulldogs, far side, breakout. Pressed at the blue line. Supak's got the loose puck, dumps it in deep. Osborne after it for the Scots. Now Bryce Mitchell. Wrapped around to the far side, up the half wall, held in the zone. Nichols off the wall. McKendry knocked it down. Nichols after it again, absorbs a hit. Mitchell from the blue line, off a skate. Nichols played it deep. Osborne after it. Byron center, and we get a whistle. Nichols, Drew Nichols, whistled for a roughing call. So Byron gets the first power play of the game with 6:27 left in the first. Goheen, Glepker, Dolce, Kaminga, and Young for Byron. On the penalty kill, Sova. A shot in on Hogue, and he's got it in the breadbasket. Eitel, Sova, Quigley, and Lewandowski, the penalty killers. Face off into the wall, Eitel keeps it on the near side, pass to Glupker at the point for Byron. To the wall, Goheen, now a pass across to the far side point. A shot goes wide, loose on the near side. Eitel sends it length of the ice. Saul settles it for Young. Pressured by Sova. Young skates it out. Pass now to the near side. Driven in by the Bulldogs in the zone. Down low for Hogue. He plays it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski tried to clear the zone. Bulldogs hold it in. Up into the air. Lewandowski batted it down into the neutral zone. Byron gets it right back. Carried in near side. Into the middle. Now a pass to the far side. Down low. Puck bounces back to the near side point man, Glupker. Now a pass far side. Back to the near side. Loose for Cal. They can't clear it. Kamiga with possession. Top of the circle. Now a pass into the middle. A shot over the net. Glupker at the wall. 45 seconds left in the power play. Loose on the back wall. Eitel after it. Pass out in front. Played by the Scots. And they'll send it in on Saul. Colden. Pass to Kamiga. Dumped in deep after it's Supak. Supak behind his own goal. Plays it high and deep. 24 seconds left in the Byron power play. Bulldogs in their own zone. Esch. Harmon Esch played it off the back wall. Esch holds it there. He's got it. Centers it for Mitchell. And he scores! Bryce Mitchell! With a beautiful pass by Harmon Esch. And Caledonia gets on the board first. A shorty. A shorty for Mitchell. 4:33 left in the first. Shout out to Jim Mitchell, Bryce's grandpa. Somewhere in warmer temperatures, but I'm sure he's watching. All right, Cal back with 5 skaters as the penalty is killed. Byron with a pass through mid-ice, picked off by Supak. I will say, when they played their first game, Caledonia did get on the board first. A Sova goal, and then Byron settled things down. So long game here. A lot more time to go. 4 minutes left in the first. Held in the zone, now carried out by Sova, the hero from last night. Lewandowski gets it to Sova. Sova down low, a shot. He scores! Rylan Baltimore! A pass on the doorstep, and Baltimore, the senior, bangs it home. So 2-0, 3:44. Rylan Baltimore, the senior. Future Division II lacrosse player at Davenport. And son of current Davenport D1 hockey coach. Oh, a breakaway for Esch. In on Saul. He shoots just wide. Oh, and the collision into the net. We'll see if everyone's okay. Big collision there. Just trying to slowly disconnect each other. They're both on their feet.
There you go.
That happened to me in my game last week. That happened to me in my game last week.
Really? Max Brown, my camera guy, he's a goalie himself. Just let me know that That happened to him last week. Dangerous play. Saul got out of there.
I got taken down.
Huh?
I got taken down.
Esch went in. I didn't see the Byron player that went in with him, but Cal with the win. Esch with a shot saved by Saul. Byron moves it to middle ice. Supak holds it in. Loose for Esch. Harmon Esch feeds it to Gorby. Played it in deep. Saul settles it behind the net. Young sends it over for Goheen. Luke Goheen, the current goal leader. 27 goals on the season for Byron. Kamiga pushed into the wall by Supak, tied up in the feet. Dolce's there. Nichols after it. Now Supak's got it behind the net. Gabe Supak far side. Chipped through the air looking for Landon Moore. He's taken down. Byron clears it to neutral zone, but picked off by Mitchell. Kamiga there with a stick on it. Nichols after it. Pushes into the zone. Nichols down for Lewandowski. Lewandowski in front. He shoots. And a save by Saul into the corner. Lewandowski fights for it on the wall. Lewandowski's got it. A centering pass picked off by Kamiga. And he gets it to Goheen on the breakout. Luke Goheen. Drop pass for Evan Moore. Played it around the wall, far side. After it's Mitchell. Mitchell tied it up, loose for Eitel. Sends a pass over for Lewandowski. Bouncing puck, Eitel at the red line. Had it punched off his stick, but Lewandowski's there. Byron's Meyer pass over, far side. Brought in the zone. Supak played it back to neutral. Byron, a dump in, delayed offsides. They check up. Evan Moore, near side corner. Passes around to Supak. Supak up the wall for Boltima. Boltima's pass in the middle, knocked down by Lewandowski, but played by Colden for the Bulldogs. Back to neutral zone. Supak tried to trap it. Instead, Quigley's got it. Camden Quigley, the senior defenseman, gets it to neutral zone. Byron bangs it back in. 1:15 left in the first. Quigley over for Supak. Supak's pass goes long, and we'll get an icing whistle with 1:08 left in the first. Ethan Sova, last night, the hero for Caledonia, an overtime goal against the Granville Bulldogs. 16 goals on the season. Luke Goheen, again, 27 goals for him. Sova also the assist leader. He's got 16 on the year for Cal. Gordy Young, the defenseman, 24 assists. Loose in the feet. Supak played it high off the wall. Glove down by Glupker at mid-zone. Dumped in on Hogue. He holds it. Gets it to Supak. 1 minute left in the first. Supak carries out. Supak pass to Esch. Harmon Esch into the middle for Gorby, goes long. Saul settles it. Leaves it for Glupker. Puts it in the near corner. Esch couldn't push it down. Kamiga over for Goheen. Goheen shot in on Hogue. Saves. Supak for Quigley, near side. Quigley sends it up near side. Stick lift by Denmark, or Mikkelsen, gets it to Esch. Esch is taken off the puck by Young and cleared to neutral zone. 20 seconds left in the period. Quigley over for Moore. Moore, pass, ping-ponged around and put in deep by the Bulldogs. Icing's waved off. Quigley behind Hogue. Up the wall, picked off by Lopshire on the Bulldogs. Lopshire, top of the circle, 4 seconds. Played it in deep, behind the net. Dolce, a pass in the middle, and a buzzer means we've ended our first. Goals by Bryce Mitchell, and Ryland Boltima gives Caledonia the 2-0 lead as we end the first on the Pass Shoot Score Network. Take about a 15-minute break and come on back for more exciting Ron Baum Tier 1 championship game action. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Let's say 10 minutes. YouTube. That's cool. Yeah. I've done everything.
Yeah, okay, good now.
I've been looking for a couple.
That would actually be my choice.
Yeah.
You sound like you're an asshole.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. You know, if you like doing something, you can be good at it. And I enjoy it. Thanks.
Yeah, filling in the dead space is like the hardest part.
It is, yeah. I tried to write down, you're supposed to have like a broadcast game sheet with fun facts and stats. And that's just a lot of work, so I don't do it. This is nice, having a laptop. They've, like, the lady keeps score on an iPad. So you'll see. Oops. Anyway, it's like real time. Yeah, live updates. If they call a penalty, it'll say what the penalty, who's in there.
Yeah, when my net got knocked off like that, it was knocked off, so it was facing that way, so it wasn't completely.
Oh, really?
But so once everybody got out of my net and was good, and before the refs came and fixed it, I got in there and lined up like I was in the league for that.
For what?
For the net when it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you, how much more you got in your season?
I think we end early middle March,
Okay.
so a little bit.
Yeah.
Also last week, one of the players on my team dumped it from the hash and it got it in because the other goalie wasn't really doing it good. And so he didn't have a stick in his leg pad down there to block it. He just had his glove. And he missed it. He was not happy. And that was the game deciding goal too. We won that game 2-1. He was not happy.
Yeah, we've. Are good luck.
I guess so. Yeah, that was great. First one was pretty.
Yeah. Well, the second one was an awesome pass.
Well, yeah.
On the doorstep. Goalies hate those because
Yeah, I know.
you need a defenseman there to be tying those guys up.
But the first one, I mean, to be short-handed, that's a stab. That's a deflator for the other team for sure.
Your driving never been that long before.
All right, welcome back. Griffs, Georgetown in Hudsonville is our location. The final game of the Tier 1 bracket in the Ronbaum OK Conference Hockey Tournament. A unique tournament. Statewide, you don't see these yet. I have to believe this is a trend that other conferences would be interested in doing. End of the year tournament between conference foes. Byron with the draw win, dumped in behind Hogue, picked up by Supak. Gabe Supak pass near side, picked off by Colden for the Bulldogs, dumped in the Caledonia zone. Quigley's met at the wall. Quigley to Sova. Sova pressed into the wall but puts it behind the net for Supak, far corner. Up the wall for Lewandowski, held up by Lopshire and banged in deep. Quigley loses an edge but moves it to the wall. Byron keeps possession. Byron center, passed in the middle. Kamiga had it taken away and pushed into the wall. Bultema, far side. Supak after it, up the far side half wall. Races ahead. Kamiga with a stick on it. Slap shot from the red line goes in deep on the near side. Bulldogs catches Cal on a change all alone. A shot in on Sam Hogue by Goheen is saved and deflected up into the net. A 2-on-0 for the Bulldogs. Sweet opportunity, but Sam Hogue, the senior goaltender, holds strong for the Fighting Scots. Face-off sent to far side, Moore into the middle, landed Moore in the middle for Esch. Dumped back in by Byron. Jake Martzke picks it off and dumps it in deep for the Bulldogs. Evan Moore behind his own goal, sends it far side wall. Landon Moore frees it up for Gorby. Gorby into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck played ahead by Mikkelsen. Picked off by the Bulldogs, dumped in. Evan Moore for the Scots after it, loose for Esch. Clears it to neutral zone, bodies flying. Byron with possession at mid-ice, now near side. Gordy Young in on Hogue, a save, gets it to Eitel. Hard off the wall. McKendry for the Bulldogs holds it in. Played by Eitel into the middle, picked off by McKendry, over for Navidad, a shot off Moore's skate, high off the glass, knocked down by Navidad. Now played out to Martzke at the point position, a shot's deflected by Goheen wide. Luke Goheen, pass back near side. Gordy Young, a shot off the post and into the near side wall. Byron applying heavy pressure here to start the second. Bulldogs with it, far corner, a pass off the side of the net. Net comes off and we get a whistle. Sorry. It's a habit. Face off into the corner. Quigley over for Supak near side. Supak's pass off the stick of Nichols but deep, and we'll get another whistle for icing. Face off into the wall, picked up by Osborne. Osborne plays it ahead. Osborne down low, he's got Mitchell with him. Osborne in on net, a shot deflected over the net. Mitchell with possession, gets it to Nichols on the near side wall. A shot, save, Saul. Loose puck behind the net. Osborne hustles after it, far corner. Pass out to the point man. Off the skate, and Byron's got a breakaway. Supak, though, gets back and pushes the puck into the wall. Loose for Quigley behind the net. Quigley wrapped around near side. Mitchell, he's got a man all alone down low. Lewandowski, good play by Glupker on the Bulldogs side to get back and sweep it into the wall. Gordy Young for the Bulldogs, carries it ahead through mid-ice. Gets around one, into the Caledonia zone, dumped in deep behind Hogue. Quigley with a stick on it, now picked up by Sova. Played around on the back wall. Supak's got possession. Supak, long-range pass on the tape for Sova. Sova keeps possession, gets it to Lewandowski, and feathered it into the corner. Bultema at the wall, picked off by the Bulldogs. Supak with possession. Puts it in the air, glove down, and offsides is whistled. Pretty good. Face off in mid-ice, pushed ahead by Mikkelsen off Esch's skate, now cleared by the Bulldogs. Goheen dumps it in deep. Around the wall it goes, far side. Navidad into the corner. Eitel pressuring into the feet. Eitel gets it to Gorby. He's pressed into the wall. Eitel. Navidad spins out. Puck cleared to the wall and chipped out by Mikkelsen. He's after it. William Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen from the half wall. Centered it. Chipped just wide of net by Esch. Esch keeps it on the wall. Harmon Esch, pass out to the point man. Itel, a shot kicked down by the Bulldogs. Loose in the zone. Navidad there, pushed into the corner by Itel. Navidad back with it in front, a pass in front, and comes all the way through to the near side. Gorby sends it length to the ice, icing arms up, and we'll bring it back to the Byron offensive zone. Starting to see some of that golden yellow hair, blonde hair, I guess. A tradition in hockey for the boys to dye their hair around playoff time. Luke Oheen sporting quite the bright yellow salad. Played around to the near side. Supak. Played by Kamiga, deep. Quigley behind the net. He's pressure, double team. Now it's loose into the corner for Nichols. Nichols clears the zone, bouncing puck deep, icing arms up, and we'll bring it back with 12:08 left in the second. Is it easier for you to straddle the...
I'm not having a big issue.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yesterday I was straddling like this.
Oh, yeah.
Face off into the corner. Mitchell near side. Loose for Young, a shot, save Hogue. Supak hard off the wall, back out to Young at the point position. Mitchell chips it away. Bryce Mitchell skates it down. Mitchell on his forehand down low, he shoots! And a save by Saul. And the net comes off. And we have a whistle. Bryce Mitchell, a sophomore scorer for Caledonia, stoned by Quinn Saul. On the other rink, Granville up 5-1 over Mona Shores. That one still in the second period. The third place game here. Puck played far side wall, held in. Lewandowski, a shot, rebound, comes all the way to the wall. Bultema, down low, a chip, and they score! Ty Lewandowski, the senior. Right place at the right time. Bultema put a clapper in from the wall, and Lewandowski just tipped it below the crossbar, and Cal takes the 3-0 lead.
Yes, bro!
11:36 left in the second period. Sova, Bultema. Lewandowski stay out up front. Quigley and Supak on defense. Supak on the wall. Feeds it for Bultema, gets it in the zone, picked off by Gordy Young. Played through the air, Supak gloves it down. Carries it in the zone. Supak down low with it. Across the zone to the far side. Quigley holds it in the zone, but played out by the Bulldogs. Carried ahead, far side by Kaimig, JJ Kaimig, the senior for the Bulldogs. Put in the corner. Bulldogs with possession. Pass deflected out by Sova. Loose puck in the Bulldogs' end. Bultema and Sova. Good moves by Young. Sends it cross ice. Too long for the winger. Now dump in by So Caledonia gets whistled on the penalty, retaliation penalty So Byron Center on the power play.
All right, let's go. Score another one.
Cal. So 5-on-4. Early in the second period, Cal clears it length of the ice. Saul settles it. Young behind his net, feeds it far side. Now pass to the near side. Goheen carries it in. Goheen through the middle, shoveled it into the wall. Supak after it, put in the corner. Loose Mitchell. Caminga for the Bulldogs and Dolce there as well. Supak tied it up in the feet. Puck loose and out of the zone. Bulldogs regroup at mid-ice. Young wheels his way to the near side and played at the blue line. Goheen pass down low. Dolce behind the net. Carries to the near side. Pass off the wall to Young at the point position. Now far side pass. Glupker pass into the corner for Caminga. Puck loose and the Caminga gets it back. Pass back to the point man. Now Young, top of the zone, now near side. Goheen, pass in the middle, deflected out by Moore, and sent length to the ice by S. Gordy Young, defender for Byron, sends a pass to Goheen. He sends it back to Young. 45 seconds left in the power play for the Bulldogs. Gordy Young makes his way through. A shot deflected off the back of the net. Evan Moore, hard around the wall, gets by the defender, and it's loose. After the loose puck is Nichols. Drew Nichols from the corner. Nichols puts it in the wall. Dolce there sends a pass near side. Supak takes it away. Gabe Supak dumps it in deep. 15 seconds left in the power play. Behind the net, Nichols. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Another penalty. Penalty arm is up. Bulldogs pass far side.
Both teams are in full stride.
Into the zone, Navidad. Into the corner. Navidad behind the net. Now to the near side, pass in front. And a save by Hogue as the net comes out. And a whistle for a penalty. Yeah, the Byron kid went like this. No, we're getting whistled. Drew Nichols goes to the box. 2-minute slashing call. Let's see that. Was more of an obvious one. Got the Byron Center player in his hand. And a timeout whistled by the Bulldogs. They want to talk this over. About halfway through the game. 8:32 left in the second. Cal with a 3-0 lead. On the other ice, Bulldogs still leading 5-1 against the Mona Shores Sailors. Earlier today, the Rockford Rams knocked off the Grand Rapids Catholic Central Cougars by a score of 3 or 4-0. Two of the OK Roo Conference rivals, Cougars and the Rams, both looking to make playoff runs. The Rams in Division 1 and the Cougars in Division 3. After that, the Forest Hills Northern Eastern Bird Dogs took a game to overtime with the Grand Rapids Christian Eagles. And midway through overtime, the Bird Dogs got a power play and took advantage and cashed in the game winner. That one ended 3-2. Byron Center and Caledonia, both Division II teams in the state in terms of state playoffs. So the road to Plymouth, you'll either have to beat this team, they'll have to beat each other, or have to, Granville also a Division II team, so is the Matawan Wildcats. Wolf Wildcats. So that'll be a very, very tough
Caledonia penalty to number 16.
District to get out of into regionals. Byron with a power play. Gordy Young, top of the zone, a shot knocked down by Supak. Loose, and Supak clears to neutral. Giving chase, Glupker for Byron. Young, pass on the tape for Dolce. Dolce on the far side. A shot saved by Hogue. Loose, rebound. Played behind the net, and the net comes off again. .128 left in the power play. Face off loose, played into the wall. After it, Sova. Picked up by Kamiga, pass down low. Off in front, off some skates, loose, and cleared by Lewandowski. After it, Ethan Sova. Bulldogs take it. Young sends it cross ice. Now back to the near side for Goheen, into the zone. Goheen down low, deflected into Hogue for the whistle. .103 left in the power play. Dolce, Goheen, Kamiga, Young, and Glupker. Your 5 for Byron. Penalty killers, Mitchell, Quigley, Itel, and Esch. Puck played out to Young at the point. Over for Glupker, back to Young. Young in on Hogue, goes wide. Loose on the far side, half wall. Glupker played it into the back of the net. Now Kamiga near side. Into the wall it goes. Point man to Goheen at the wall. Now into the corner, back to Goheen, all the way up to Young at the top of the zone. Young over for Glupker, back to Young at the top of the zone. Young, a shot over the net, loose on the side of the net and cleared to the wall by Caledonia. Held in the zone though. Now a pass near side. Now down low, a shot, save, Hogue, loose, and Quigley clears it length of the ice. A penalty whistle on the Bulldogs. A hit behind the play, a cross-check call on Kamiga. A head contact call, sorry. So Caledonia will get a power play in 16 seconds, 4-on-4. Oh, a 5-minute major on the board for Kamiga. That is big for Caledonia. I didn't see it either. Didn't see the play myself. Lewandowski, a shot into the air, it goes. Supak after the loose puck. Goheen into the zone. Loose into the corner. Big physical play behind the net. Mardsky with the puck, plays it behind the net. Goheen centers a pass. Bouncing puck to Colden at the point. Knocked down by Mikkelsen. Caledonia now with a power play. Backhand pass, hits Sova. Sova a shot over the net. Osborne with it, played it behind the net for Sova. Sova tried to feed a pass in the middle. Into the corner it goes. Osborne after it. Lewandowski at the half wall. Pass to the far side, comes out of the zone. Esch will play it. Harmon Esch off the bench. Feeds a pass to Osborne. Osborne dropped it to Lewandowski, a shot over the net. Mikkelsen a pass in the middle, knocked down. Esch behind the net. Harmon Esch, nice job, still with possession. Esch behind the end line. Esch still with it. Harmon Esch now up the half wall to the top of the zone, over for Moore. Moore back to Esch. Esch, a shot knocked down by Mardsky for the Bulldogs. Esch, another pass in the middle. This one will be handled by Mardsky. Plays it high off the wall and deep. Drew Nichols with possession behind Hogue. Mitchell slides in, takes the puck, carries out near side. Mitchell up the wall, gets past Navidad. Played back by the Bulldogs and deep. Evan Moore gives chase, the defender behind the net. He's got possession. Moves it to Esch. Harmon Esch behind the net. Long range pass for Mitchell on the tape. Mitchell in the zone. He'll stop, wait for some teammates, dropped it to Nichols. Nichols to Moore. Ooh, he goes down, but he played it deep. Mitchell with a hit at the back wall, but Byron sends it length of the ice. Supak's out. 3 minutes left in the Caledonia major power play. Supak pass up the wall for Boltema, sent in deep. Lewandowski gives chase. Glupker there for the Bulldogs. Played behind the net, tied up in the feet. Glupker comes out with it, high off the glass. Held in the zone by Boltema. Shot goes wide. Puck near side wall. And cleared by the Bulldogs. 2:30 left. Halfway through the penalty kill are the Bulldogs. Mela Mikkelsen carries it out. Pressured. Move to the middle for Osborne. Gets it back to Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen, far side corner. Pressure by Glupker off the wall for Sova. A shot saved by Saul and cleared to the near corner. Lewandowski pass to the point. Oh, jumped Supak's stick. And he'll have to regroup at neutral. Supak waits for his teammates to come back out of the zone. Lewandowski a shot in on Saul. Pushed into the corner. 2 minutes left in the Caledonia power play. Loose to Supak. Feeds a pass far side on the tape for Gorby. Dumps it in on Saul. Played it. And the Bulldogs dump it deep. Hogue will settle it behind the goal. Evan Moore sweeps in. Moore now carries it out. Pass off the wall for Nichols. Nichols, ooh, had to pull it out. Moore, Evan Moore, back to Gorby. Gorby drives it in far side. Dropped the pass to Landon Moore, a shot, and that's gloved by Saul for the whistle. .310 left in the second, 1:23 left in the Kamiga major penalty. Landon Moore on the faceoff for Caledonia. Oh, not Landon, that is Nichols. Supak holds it at the wall. Mitchell, Nichols, loose now for the Bulldogs. Navidad, Aiden Navidad, the sophomore. Navidad, a shot. Ho gets a blocker on it, loose to Nichols. Nichols pass in the middle behind Moore, but he gets it. Landon Moore dumped in on Saul, and it goes wide in the near side. Bulldogs, Gordy Young, far side. Now he sends it length of the ice on the penalty kill. Hogue settles it. Evan Moore slides in. 45 seconds left in the power play. Evan Moore pass through mid-ice off Esch's skate, dumped back in through the air by the Bulldogs. Aiden Itel behind the net. Navidad takes it, plays it back to neutral zone. Bulldogs play a little keep away. Now dump it deep. Itel. Aiden Itel, the sophomore, after it. Pass off the Bulldog, but picked up by Gorby. Gorby's pass picked off by Dolce at mid-ice for the Bulldogs. He lost an edge. Pass picked off by Itel, chipped in by Esch. Harmon Esch after it, the senior. 9 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Bulldogs. Esch with possession. Esch with a shot, saves Saul. Colden without a stick, kicks it to the near side corner. And the Bulldogs get their fifth skater back. Quigley at the point position, shot just wide. Loose puck far side, Bulldogs after it. Supak can't clear the zone. Bulldogs shot, save Hogue. Loose into the corner. Bulldogs reel it back. Now picked up by Lewandowski. He clears the zone. Bulldogs pick it off at mid-ice. That's Colden, plays it in deep. Played up the wall. Bulldogs play it back off the ref skate. Supak off the wall, near side for Esch. Esch chipped it to neutral dome for Lewandowski. 2-on-1, over for Sova. Sova carries it down low. Sova a shot, and he scores! Ethan Sova, the junior, with a beautiful move to extend the Caledonia lead to 4-0. Face off at mid-ice, less than a minute left in the second. Supak dumps it in on Saul, played into the corner. Loose puck to Nichols, he shoots, and that's blockered by Saul high up into the back netting for the whistle. Mitchell on the faceoff for Caledonia. Nichols, a shot, that's deflected up into the back glass, playable into the corner. Navidad up the wall, picked off by Quigley. Bulldogs play at the neutral zone. Bryce Mitchell with possession. Mitchell makes his way through, finds a pass to Nichols, far side. Nichols battles for it, stuck in the feet, now taken by the Bulldogs. 20 seconds left in the period. Bulldogs pass knocked off, hits Mitchell in the helmet, and goes up into the netting. Did you reset it? Wah, wah. .17.5 left in the second period. Martsky comes out on the face-off for the Bulldogs. Sova for Caledonia. Puck played out into the Caledonia zone. Supak hustles after it. 10 seconds on the clock. Supak turns, wraps it high off the glass to the near side. Bulldogs put it in, but a delayed offsides. 3 seconds on the clock, and that's going to do it for the second period. Caledonia with 2 more goals, and they extend the lead to 4-0 as we go to the third period on the Pass Shoot Score Network. Appreciate it, all the viewers out there watching. Sit tight, we're gonna clean the ice, about 10 minutes, and we'll be back for the third and final period of the Ron Baum OK Conference Championship game. Caledonia leads 4-0. Boom. Thanks, buddy.
Is that a battery and a water bottle or just a battery?
No?
That's cool.
Yeah. It lasts a long time. Like I used it all game yesterday. So, yeah, it's so convenient. There's no prong plugs on it.
Oh, okay.
It's just
DC.
just got USB-C.
Okay. Yeah.
It's got a USB-A as well here.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it charges on the little stands.
yeah, it's got like a
Yeah. That's sweet.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go talk.
All right, sounds good.
Jamie,
You want to go back down one?
Yeah. Yep.
Appreciate your help.
Oh yeah, no problem. I enjoy doing it.
Good. All right, welcome back to Griffs, Georgetown for tournament championship game. Byron Center, the winner of the OK Rude division in the regular season. The Granville Bulldogs, the winner of the OK Fisher division. And now it comes down to the third and final period. Caledonia with a comfortable 4-0 lead. Byron wins the drop. They'll bring it in the zone, pass in the middle off a skate and cleared by Bultema. Bulldogs dump it back in on the delayed offsides off the side of the net. Supak with it. Supak moves it ahead for Bultema. Bultema's pass to Lewandowski, chipped in for Sova. Sova shot on Saul, saved into the back of the back of the net. Bulldogs on the far side, half wall. Now cycle it back behind the net, D to D. Carried to the near side. Now circle back. Gordy Young pushed into the wall by Lewandowski. Lewandowski now lays a big hit. Gamiga deflected it to neutral zone. Goheen's there, but played by Supak. Now picked off by Dulce. Nick Dulce tried to get his way around Quigley, but Quigley held his own. Played it into the corner. Now pass up the wall. A shot by Evan Goodell goes wide, and Ho comes out to freeze it for the whistle. Lobshire, Mertzky, Navidad, Goodell, and Colden for Byron Center. A shot right off the face-off by Lobshire. Parker Lobshire, the freshman sniper. One of the hardest shots I've ever seen. Saw him play a lot in his youth days. Another one back to Lobshire. Now he feeds the pass back to Colden. Colden puts it in the corner. Navidad pressed into the wall by Moore. Comes back to Navidad, now loose to Esch. Harmon Esch for the Scots. Plays it deep. Esch down low with it. Harmon Esch a shot. Saved by Saul. Loose in front. Loose in the feet. The Bulldogs pull it into the corner. High off the glass. Clear it to neutral zone. Played by Navidad. Gorby pressures. Navidad keeps control. Plays it deep for Martzky. Martzky on the back wall. Evan Moore with a stick on it. Navidad's at the wall though. Martzky into help. Moore into help. Gorby ties him up. Comes loose for Mikkelsen. Byron dumps it in. Martzky played it high off the glass and into the net for the whistle. On the other rink, still 5-1, the Bulldogs in the lead against Mona Shores. The third place game. On the face-off, Sova. Won by Kaimig for the Bulldogs. Pass picked off by Mitchell. Mitchell now near side for Nichols. Nichols in the zone. A shot in on Saul. A save into the back wall. Played up the near side half wall by Nichols. Nichols dropped it for Quigley. A pass cross ice for Mitchell. Mitchell played it behind the net. Osborne after it. Osborne played it to the middle for Nichols. Bouncing puck. And the Bulldogs clear it to neutral. Gabe Supak with possession, dumps it in. Caught by Glupker, taken away by Nichols. Nichols behind the net. Now back to the near side. Backhand pass out for Bultema. He's tied up. Into the wall he goes. Now taken by the Bulldogs. Van Heis dumped in to the far corner. Quigley behind his net. Outlet for Nichols. Nichols cross ice for Bultema. He'll retreat back in his own zone. Back to Nichols, and that's deflected up and into the netting for a whistle. She not started?
What?
Never ran?
I didn't run until
Okay. Okay. Sova around the net near side. Loose puck played by the defender, McKendry. Referee goes down here on the near side. He's slow to get up, back on his feet though. Puck played out to the point man, a shot wide of Hogue. Now played top of the zone, Goheen for the Bulldogs. Behind the net for Caminga. Stick on the ice on the back of Hogue. Played in, knocked down. Now shoveled towards Hogue by Caminga into the corner. Bultema clears the zone. Now played in deep. They didn't call it.
Wow, somebody painted the red.
Supakesh, Mikkelsen, Gorby, and Sova. Gorby sends it to, oh no, that's Quigley, sorry. Quigley behind the net. To the near side, oh. Tried to put it high off the glass, instead went up into the net. 13:59 left in the game. Chase Gorby, the sophomore centerman on the dot. Won by the Bulldogs. Glupker from the point over far side. Shot towards Hogue on the side of the net. And the net comes off, so we'll get a whistle. Goheen, Caminga, Dolce, Glupker. Referee's checking in on the linesman that spilled earlier. He hurt his arm. But there's no refs tougher in any sport than a hockey ref. He's staying out there. Played to the point man, Byron shot off some skates into the corner. Caminga to the wall, Supak. Now loose in the corner, pass out in front. Caminga shot saved by Hogue, cleared by Quigley. Puck loose, and now played to the point man, back deep behind Hogue, near side Quigley. Quigley's backhand clears the zone. Icing waved off. Carried up, taken off the stick by Landon Moore. Now Nichols down low. Nichols behind the net with possession. Nichols back to the near side. Taken away from him by Glupker. Mitchell lays a hit. Played ahead by Dolce. Loose puck for Landon Moore. Moves it to Eitel. Eitel cross ice for Nichols. Chips in deep. Played by Saul. Now out by the Bulldogs. Pass in the middle. Aiden Navidad with speed. Navidad into the middle with it. Now to the near side, pushed into the wall, loose, and Moore got a stick on it, cleared it to neutral. Colden, pass back to Navidad on the near side. Moore takes it off his stick, high off the glass, loose for Mitchell. He's got Lewandowski with him. Mitchell had it held there in the corner. Mitchell battles after it. Mitchell's got it. Mitchell played it back into the corner. Lewandowski, Colden for the Bulldogs, now breaks it out. Colden, near side, dumps it in deep, far side corner. Puck rattles to the far wall. Eitel gets it to Bultema, who finds Lewandowski. Lewandowski in the zone, back to Sova. Sova in on Saul, loose! Oh, and a save by Saul. Got a stick on it and cleared it to the back wall. A long-range bomb. into the Caledonia zone. Supak played it behind the net for Quigley. Quigley up the far wall, picked off by Goheen. Byron holds it at the wall. They keep possession in the zone. Peppered by Bultema. A shot in from the point. Goes wide, loose. Supak uses the skate. Clears it out and through the air deep. Glove down by the Bulldogs. And played back into the Caledonia zone. Kaminga on the near side. Down low, a save by Hogue. Goes loose to the point man. Young with a shot, goes wide and out of the zone. McKendry gives chase. Cross ice pass. Now back into the Caledonia zone, they bring it. Evan Moore behind Hogue. Leaves it far side for Supak. Supak through the air, length of the ice. And we'll bring it back into the Caledonia zone for on the icing call. 10:46 left in the third and final period. Nichols, Itel, Evan Moore, Mitchell, and Osborne. Itel behind the back wall for Moore. Up the wall for Mitchell. Mitchell played it to neutral zone. Byron center. Picked off, by Nichols. He's got to wait for Osborne to check up. Does just that. Picked off by Goheen. Byron sends a pass far side. Dumped in deep behind Hogue. He settles it. Gets it to Moore. Far side corner. Moore off the wall for Osborne. Osborne, couldn't get it out of the zone. Byron with possession. Dulce at the end line. Pass in front. Now loose behind the net. Pass out to the point, Kaminga, far side. In on Hogue, a save. Rebounds clear to the wall by Moore. Byron sends it deep. Moore's after it. Puck played behind the net. Kaminga into the corner. Now behind the net. Quigley or Itel pressuring. Pass off the wall to Glupker at the near side point. A shot in on Hogue. Saved into the rebound, goes into the far wall. Into the corner. Bulldogs up the wall. Pass back to the point and cleared by Osborne. Byron center though picks up the loose puck. Caledonia with some fresh skaters. Dulce skates his way into the zone on the near side. Taken off the puck by Itel. Played by Sova into Hogue. Itel from behind the net, off the wall. Cleared to neutral by Lewandowski. Bouncing puck, glove down by Goodell for the Bulldogs. Now the Bulldogs send it back deep in their zone. Colden off the glass, gloved out over Lewandowski. Supak high off the glass and deep. Saul settles behind his net for Colden. Colden high off the glass and deep. Icing's waved off. Quigley to neutral zone. Sova pulls it ahead. Sova off his stick. McKendry, a nice play, pushes it into the wall. McKendry now with possession, skates it out himself. McKendry with the speed, far side, in deep. It goes. Hogue with a stick on it, sends it into the near corner for Supak. Supak up for Lewandowski. He takes a hit from behind. Young puts it in. Quigley off the wall. Byron can't hold it in. Young back to McKendry. McKendry's pass, play it ahead by Lopshire to the corner. Supak up the wall, jumps Esch's stick. McKendry from the point position, shot, knocked down. Supak's clearing attempt, held in. Mikkelsen behind the net. Lopshire there. Supak off the glass, held in by the defense of the Byron center. Supak pushed it into the wall. Martsky behind the net for Navidad. Navidad near side, curls his way back to the middle. Nope, to his knees, now back to his feet with it. Dropped it to Glupker. Glupker in on Hogue and he gloves it and holds for a whistle. 7:40 on the game clock. How's the battery on this? Good to go? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oops. Face off in the Caledonia zone. Saved by Hogue right off the face off. Shot by Goheen. Kamiga behind the net on the far side. Pass out to the point. A shot in on Hogan. That goes in. Deflected in by the Bulldogs. We'll see who got it. Looks like Dolce with the deflection goal. So the Bulldogs end the shutout for Hogue. And they got on the board with a very important goal here late in, or midway through the third period. Looks like Dolce's stick snapped in half on the shot. Boy, they make these sticks thinner and thinner. But a shot in from the point. Kamiga, I think, gets the assist. Face-off battled for by Sova, dumped in by Bultema. Bultema hard after it. Byron around the wall, far side, Moore. Gets some room for Sova. Sova back behind the net. After it, Lewandowski. Pass knocked down by Bultema. Byron, high off the glass. Gets past Itel. Dolce after it down low, a shot. And they get that one in too. A rush in on net. And a loose puck banged in by the Bulldogs. So 2 big goals by the Bulldogs with 6:59 left in the game. Timeout whistle by Caledonia. Coach Ty Janicki wants to talk it over, settle things down. After 2 quick goals by the Bulldogs, gets them back into the game. Here we go. 6:59 left in the game. Sova on the face-off. Byron center gets a backhand in deep. Hogue settles it for Supak. Goheen gets credit for that goal.
Number 5, Reed Lumper at 10:01, period 3.
I think I heard him say that Goheen got credit for that first goal too, so his second of the night. Dolce on the face-off. Supak can't clear it, held in. Bulldogs near side, McKendry, a shot deflected wide. Quigley plays it up the wall, Lewandowski after it, McKendry loose for Lewandowski. Ty Lewandowski into the Bulldog zone. Lewandowski, a shot, saved by Saul. And holds for the whistle. Mikkelsen, Esch, Gorby up top. Eitel and Moore on defense. Face-off tied up. A shot just off the face-off by Esch. And Saul gets a glove on it. Esch crashed in. Didn't hear a whistle. And the refs blew it as Saul was well out of the net. Puck in his glove. Face-off. Played deep. Up the wall, Gorby. Bulldogs after it. Bulldogs from the end line. Played behind the net. Bulldogs now pass through mid-ice. Kick back into their zone. Back to the defender. Now Glupker dumps it in deep. Behind Hogue it goes. Evan Moore's there. Puck played into the corner. Played by Esch. Bulldogs get it back. Bulldogs push it into the near corner. Up the wall with it. Back into the corner. They cycle it. Now they cycle again in the corner. Pass in front. Camiga's shot goes behind the net. Defense sends it around to the corner. Esch broke his stick. Off to get a new one. Bulldogs in neutral zone. Esch on the prowl. Bulldogs D to D. Glupker near side. Cal gets a change. Hard in on it, landed Moore. Top of the zone. Bulldogs bring it in low. Glupker, far side, corner. After it, Supak. Puck bounces through the air. Byron, pass back to the point. Shot in on Hogue. Save. Bulldogs back to the wall. Navidad deflected by Moore up through the air. Glove down by the Bulldogs at neutral zone and dumped back in deep. Supak after it. Supak from the wall, clears it to neutral zone. Bulldogs intercept. McHenry back to Young, goes all the way to Saul, and he's going to freeze it for the whistle. .452 left in the third. Cal with the two-goal lead. Sova on the draw against Martsky for the Bulldogs. Cal with the win. Gorby Quigley dumped it in, but Bulldogs send it back to neutral. Parker Lopshire from the red line, blue line. Sits it to Navidad. Loose. Played out by Caledonia. Held in at the blue line. A shot in towards Hoagie. Gloves for the whistle. .430 left in the third. Gorby on the draw for the Scots. Sends it to the back line. Quigley into the corner. Camiga trying to find Goheen. Supak clears it. Bulldogs give chase. Gordy Young on the far corner, and we'll get a whistle for icing. Dolce against Gorby in the faceoff. Byron wins it. McHenry from the point, shot low. Hogue kicks it into the wall. Supak high off the glass, clears the zone. Byron back in. They've got to check up, gives Supak a little bit of time. He sends it through the air. Bouncing puck goes long and whistled for icing. 4:01 left in the third. Dolce on the faceoff against Sova. Bulldogs win it. Goheen. Pass back to the point. Now back to the near side. Towards Hogue. Glove down by Sova. Pushed into the wall. Centering pass picked off by Mitchell. Mitchell's long range pass. Bouncing puck into the Byron zone. D to D. Byron center. Far side. That goes long into the Caledonia zone, and icing will be whistled. 3:39 left. Sova, Mitchell, Lewandowski up top, Itel and Evan Moore on defense. Martsky for Byron on the draw. Played into the corner, into the wall. Byron up the wall. Navidad after it. Bouncing puck into neutral zone. Martsky after it. Mitchell with a stick on it. Martsky gets it back, but Sova takes it away. Sova lost an edge at the blue line. Played by the Bulldogs. Sova's pass finds its way through for Lewandowski, and he's got some room. Lewandowski takes it wide. A shot in on Saul. He holds for the whistle. 3:10 left in the game. Cal gets a change up front. Gorby, Esch, and Mikkelsen. Moore and Itel remain on the back end. Gorby on the draw. Tied up, Byron center with it behind their net. Breakout through the middle. Moore got a stick on it. Gets it back in the zone. Cal checks up on the delayed offsides. Byron breaks it out. Carried through the middle. Down low. Taken away by Itel. Itel's pass picked off by Byron center. Gorby tried to play it out. Byron knocked it down. Moore in the middle. Mikkelsen will send it length of the ice. And we'll get another whistle with 2:41 left in the third. About 10 whistles in the last minute and a half, feels like. Dolce, Kaminga, Goheen, Glupker. Puck loose. Taken by Boltema. Boltema high off the glass, trickles it deep, and that's going to get whistled for icing. 2:33. Face-off played into the wall. Byron pass out to the point, back to the wall. Picked off by Supak high off to the glass. Lewandowski can't clear it, but Sova did. Dumped into the Byron zone. Sova taken by the Bulldogs. Kaminga cross-ice pass connects into the zone. Dumped in deep to the near side. Supak gives chase. Byron with it. Now carried. Supak takes it away. Supak crosses the red line, dumps it deep. And another icing with 1:58 left on the clock. Gorby, Esch, and empty net on the Byron side. 6-on-5. Face-off tied up. Played to the wall. Byron from the wall. Now behind the net. Supak gets a stick on it. Kaminga there. Presses up against the wall. In to help Navidad. Played out to the middle. Loose. Landed Moore's shot. And that's going to get deflected by the Bulldogs. So icing's waved off. McHenry touches up at the back wall. No goalie in the Byron net, obviously. Byron, long-range pass. Kaminga carries in the zone. Looking to set something up. Minute and a half left. loose a shot long range, and that's going to get whistled for icing with 1:19 left. Sova on the face-off. Bulldogs win it to the point. Gluepker near side, point man shot. Knocked down by Caledonia. Can't clear the zone though. Bulldogs pass back into the corner. Now behind the net, Camiga's pass out into the middle, out to the point man, Young, into the corner. Camiga gloves it down, he's tied up. 1 minute left in the game. Loose for the Bulldogs, back out to the point man. Shot. Wide into the feet, goes behind the net. Pass. Bulldogs shot wide. Supak with the puck, loose in the middle. Bulldogs with it, loose down low, loose on the side. Now behind the net, into the near corner, and we'll get a whistle. Penalty whistle on someone. Ref called it. 36 seconds left in the game. See who the penalty's called on. Who's in the box? Nobody's in the box. In the box goes Brown. I think it was called on Hogue, I guess. .6 on the clock, 6-on-4 for the Bulldogs. Tied up by Sova. Now cleared out of the zone. Bulldogs give chase. They go D to D, far side. Pass through the middle, connects into the Caledonia zone. Pass into the middle, all the way through to the near side. 20 seconds on the clock. Bulldogs center pass, loose, and played by Mitchell. He can't clear. Bulldogs still with it. Pass down low to the far side wall. 10 seconds on the clock. Loose into the wall. Tied up there, 5 on the clock. A shot in from the point is held by Hogue. A scrum at the end as emotions are high. 2.5 seconds on the clock. Caledonia will come away with a victory here in the second annual Rambam OK Conference Hockey Tournament. A big victory against the Byron Center Bulldogs. A highly contested Division II state playoffs will be coming in a couple of weeks. These two teams, along with the Granville Bulldogs, all in the same division. So both Esch and Camiga leave the ice after the scrum. Sova on the draw, 2.5 seconds, and this will be over.
Penalty, 2 minutes.
And they'll call it. That's going to do it. Caledonia. Cal players celebrate with their student section as they claim Tier 1 champion of the Ron Baum OK Conference Tournament. Good game by the two goaltenders as they meet first, Quinn Saul and Sam Hogue. No doubt, high probability these two teams will meet again in state playoffs, and it will be another highly contested match. You can guarantee it. So on behalf of Max Brown and myself, we want to thank everybody for watching on the Pass Shoot Score Network. Final score, Caledonia 4, Byron Center 2. Byron Center takes the Ron Baum OK Conference Tournament champions. Have a great rest of your Saturday, everybody. And enjoy Super Bowl Sunday. Go